I asked for $50,000 in cash to give a good review. But it is getting even better to post a photo of my passport and breaching data protection law that they've signed up for. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. How stupid can you be? Do you want to be piloted by a guy that is openly homophobic, unprofessional, and threatens paying passengers? And this is where I addressed the minister to put an immediate hold on Aero Dili's plan to fly to Singapore. So the general public needs to understand that flying Aero Dili is not safe. So guys, and here we are again, and this time with a truly unbelievable story. And if you think Qatar Airways was bad, this one definitely takes the cake. So lean back and get ready for a truly shocking story. So let's jump right into it. In September 2023, I took a flight from Denpasar, Bali to East Timor on their flag carrier Aero Dili. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the videos, and it was quite of a disaster, starting from check-in, where they wouldn't issue me a boarding pass because apparently there was something wrong with my name. Then they couldn't deal with the issue because the station manager was an hour late for work. Once he showed up, he was hiding in the bathroom because he didn't want to talk to me. Once I got hold of him and I explained to him the regulations, he issued me the boarding pass. So I then boarded the flight to Dili, and the crew served an in-flight meal which happened to be contaminated. So a group of passengers, including myself, ended up with the worst food poisoning. After I recovered, I posted the video on YouTube and Facebook. It gathered over 500,000 views, and you would think that the airline would take this feedback and work on their shortcomings, including the check-in experience. However, that's not what happened. So let me read this statement to you, and it's probably the most bizarre and most delusional thing I've ever came across in 10 years of doing this job. Asasio Motta, who's the airline's country manager, decided to make an official statement with the following claims, according to the airline. Apparently, I reached out before my trip asking the airline for a free flight. I mean, everybody knows I'm self-funded. I don't accept any freebies in order to give you a proper and truthful review. On top of that, I demanded free accommodation, a food allowance, and the last one is the most ridiculous thing I've had in a long time. I asked for $50,000 in cash. No wire transfer, no gift cards, cash, in order to give a good review. I mean, that is unbelievable, isn't it? And they're all posted publicly on Facebook. But it is getting even better. So you would think, in order to back up their claims and to present some proof of the demands that I made, including $50 in cash, they would post a screenshot of the supposedly email that I've sent to the email. However, since I never sent such an email, they came up with the brilliant idea to post a photo of my passport publicly on Facebook for everybody to see. I don't even have an idea when they took a photo of my passport, which I never agreed to. It must have either been upon check-in in Denpasar or in Dili. And posting a passport photo of a paid passenger is probably the most highly irresponsible, illegal thing and breaching data protection law that they've signed up for that I've ever seen in all those years, putting my safety at risk. And they probably do that to a lot of other passengers as well. And that is an absolute shocking and unheard move. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it, that they really actually did that. I mean, how stupid can you be? So the second I saw that they posted my passport online, I reached out to the airline. Until today, they have never responded to me. I followed up a couple of times, no response at all. So afterwards, I reached out to law enforcement in East Timor, and I was told that the country has no data protection laws, which means the airline is well within their rights to post my passport, yours, or that of any other passenger flying with the airline. That includes credit card details as well. So after that, I reached out to IATA and I was told that according to IATA regulation, which the airline is part of, this is a gross violations of their rules. So to further show you the professionalism of Aero Dili, one of their pilots named Jojo Neves Oliveira threatened me publicly on Facebook for everybody to see, saying he would post my passport as well because he didn't like the video, including calling me names. So I really wonder, do you want to be piloted by a guy that is openly homophobic, unprofessional, and threatens paying passengers? So my suggestion to the local authorities in East Timor is that you should probably investigate this pilot, because somebody who is publicly threatening passengers should not be flying an airplane and is an absolute risk to their safety. So yeah, I think Aero Dili should actually change their slogan from building the nation to destroying and embarrassing the nation. That would be an appropriate title. So the question now is, how can we stop this? And more importantly, how can we protect other passengers from Aero Dili leaking their data publicly as well? And that's the part of the video where I need your help. As a community, we have achieved tremendous things in the past, holding such dodgy airlines responsible. So next Saturday, on the 24th of February, Aero Dili is supposed to start direct flights to Singapore. So we as a community now have to come together to prevent this from happening, not to only save Singaporean citizens, but also other travelers. And their rights to not have their personal data, including credit card details, being posted publicly by the airline. And this is where I address Chee, who is the Minister of Transport in Singapore, also overlooking the aviation sector, who actually took an oath to protect Singaporean citizens from any harm or damage. And this is where I addressed the minister to put an immediate hold on Aero Dili's plan to fly to Singapore until they uphold international standards, follow IATA law and regulation, and also obey by the PDPA, Singapore's Personal Data Protection Act, that the airline is currently violating as well. So please take out a minute from your busy day and email the link of this video to the minister. The email address is in the description box below or right here. Contact him on Instagram. You can also get in touch with the aviation authorities in Singapore, because that needs to stop. We have to protect and prevent this from happening, because what Aero Dili does is highly irresponsible and illegal. So the general public needs to understand that flying Aero Dili is not safe. Your personal data, your credit card details, your personal safety is at risk if you book a flight with Aero Dili. So make sure that you also go to their social media presence, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook, and create awareness and help others to have their personal data protected. So last but not least, if you happen to be a lawyer and you have worked in cases like this, you're familiar with aviation and data protection laws, please reach out to me. The email is below, because I want to explore and see what we can do also legally to hold the airline responsible. So please reach out to me. I would appreciate that a lot. But this is it, guys. That was my experience with Aero Dili. I'm still in shock, to be honest. I still can't really wrap my head around it, that an airline would do such things. And it is absolutely unheard of. And the only thing that I could do right now is to inform you guys, to inform the general public, and try to protect others from this happening as well. And this is the sole purpose of this video, and I really hope that we can help others with this message that I'm sending out to the public. You can let me know in the comment section below what you think of this, whether you had similar experience or whether you have heard of cases like this, and it would really be great to hear from you guys. But this is it. Thank you so much for being part of this. Thank you so much for getting in touch with the minister, hopefully create awareness of their social media. I really appreciate that, and that's what I value so much in this amazing community that I have. This is it for now, and I hope I can update you guys very soon on this matter.